Peace. I hope all is well out there today. This is me checking in with you. And hey sis, come here. Hey, that's my sis right there. Come here for a minute. Come here for a minute. Girl, I need to talk to you. Hey, you got a little time? I shouldn't take too long, but girl, I'm just gonna kind of cut to the point. Sis, I love you. I really love you. You're very beautiful. You're very intelligent. You are light. You are divine. Like you are sensational. You are tender. You are joyous. You are wealthy. You are healthy. Like you are everything, right? And I just see that, we always, you kind of talk to me about, you can confide in me, right? And I can confide in you. And I see, we as women, we want, we love love, we're emotional and we love love. And we dating, and I know you in this, situationship, because you girl, you tell me that you don't even know what's going on, and I get it. I know you're in a complex situation. It's kind of, well, not complex, but it's complicated. Which it shouldn't be. First of all, it shouldn't be, sis, because if you truly, really, truly know your worth, baby girl, you know how valuable you are. You wouldn't put up with that, sis, at all. You wouldn't be putting up with that shit. You know you deserve better, sis. I just come to tell you this, sis. That man don't want you, sis. He just don't want you. You ain't the one. But guess what? You ain't the one, but he ain't the one for you either. It works both ways. But sis, as a woman to woman, I've been there and done that, sis. I just want to come through and just show love and just talk to you like I wish, I had to have to go through so many experiences to get the lesson behind, loving yourself and valuing yourself and knowing who you really are. And you young, sis, and I just want to talk to you, girl. I get it, that, you really like him. You really been, doing your best to communicate what you want. You told me that, he really don't take you out on dates, sis. You really want to go out on dates. You really want someone to, you know, just embrace who you are. You want to go out. You like to have fun. You're very spontaneous. This person don't really, don't really care. Don't really, I'm not gonna say he don't. You're a good woman, right? It's just that, you know, he just don't want you. He just don't want you, sis. You just not the one. That's what I mean to say. I know it sounds harsh. It sounds really, really harsh, but you just not the one for him. And it's different reason why that could be. It could be many reasons why. It ain't really nothing towards you. It's just that we as women have to know our worth and our value, and what we truly want is out there for us, and we can receive that and not to settle. And that's what we be doing, sis. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes we have to take a step back to go forward. And taking a step back is to really evaluate you as a person. How did you grow up, sis? Like, how did your mama really, what is the relationship you had with your parents, sis? Like, what the relationship you had with your mom, was your daddy there? If your daddy wasn't there, sis, that's a big indication of that area need to be cultivated. Maybe, not understanding yourself as a woman, and not under, it's just certain things, we not really, it's just things in our childhood. Let's just go, cut to the point. Some of us have issues dealing around childhood, things that we as children never really got nourished and trained and cultivate properly as an individual. Because most different kids need different things, and certain kids need certain attention, and maybe we didn't get that. So things happen in the household where maybe divorce happened, maybe violence, sexual abuse. Things happen, and I'm not saying these happen to you, but things happen in our childhood that set a path and a tone in these cycles that happen to us in adulthood. And I realize that, sis. I realize that, and I'm just here to help guide you and help to just give insight. You know, we all go through cycles. We all got to get these lessons, sis. It's nothing but lessons about who you are, but we don't need to continue to stay in these lessons. If you want to get married, sis, you deserve that. But being in these girlfriend relationships or in situationships, you're wasting time. We are wasting our time. You are wasting your time. Women, we are wasting our time in basically not knowing our worth, not knowing your worth, not having true boundaries, and not really addressing things that happen to us in our childhood that set the path of subconscious programming of inferiority with anyone. I'm not saying you're upset, but basically you in the level of either you are on a journey of like detaching and letting go. What I mean by changing, not holding on and blaming and in that mode of being a victim. You know, when you're more in a high accepted world, you pretty much in a stage of forgiveness. You know what, this have happened to me. You more on a journey or at a stage in your journey where you at a point where you have surrendered. You have say, hey, you know, you have evaluated, you spent a lot of time with yourself, and you really went within. I mean, in different ways of spending time and going within, but the most ways is like spending time alone, journaling, meditating, mirror work, really just going to therapy, really just being real and say, hey, knowing, understanding to me on a journey of psychological responsibility, knowing your part in the situation and taking responsibility. Like, it takes two to tangle. It takes you know, you can't do this by yourself. So it's things that you done too. Everybody got a side to the story. And so I know, you know, we all done did stuff and said stuff throughout of not having high intelligent IQ, IQs. You see what I'm saying? High intelligent emotions. You know, emotional intelligence. Excuse me. Having a high emotional intelligence. That's what I'm talking about. And being just more aware of your thoughts, like what you're thinking, how you're thinking of yourself subconsciously. Like, that is the path of taking responsibility. It's like really putting in that work. Really putting in that work. And, you know, that's where I'm at. And I just want to encourage you, like, sis, I know I kind of went all the way on another level, but I'm going to bring it back around. I said all that to say that in relationships, when what you want is there, and we don't have to beg and prove ourselves to men, sis. Like, you don't have to do that. You know, we all as women have our, you know, times where we do go through situations. We all get got regardless. Like, on some type of level, you gonna get got on some level. But we getting got too goddamn much out here. I'm sitting in all different kind of communities. I just sit back and observe and watch and look at posts and statuses and things that's being said but not being said, and just, you know, I just watch and I see, and I have experienced too firsthand of not having high emotional intelligence, not having a high self-awareness, dealing through the fact of childhood, things that we have happened to us, we sleep under the rug, we thinking that it's happening and it's gone, or whatever the case may be, and we never really dealt with it. And if we don't deal with it, you gonna continue going in these cycles, attracting these certain experiences over and over again. That's why I'm like, damn, you know, we attract this, you know, some people feel like they keep attracting the same people over and over again. You know, it'd be different people, but it's the same thing, you know. And it's because of not really getting a lesson. That's it. It's because of not really just truly getting the lessons. And I just said all that to say, sis, he don't want you, and guess what? You don't want him either. And it's time that we really just do things out of love, but self-love, you know, having boundaries, you know, really just taking a step back so we can go forward. Like, really just say, hey, it's okay to date. You know, it's okay to I don't want us to be so healing that you don't date, that you don't, you know, go out there and live your life. No, don't be too much in a state of like, I gotta heal, I can't, you know, I don't want to do this, I don't want to talk to nobody, and just shut yourself down. Honestly, I say keep going, but in a healthy way. I feel like a woman can have many options, but long as she keeping her legs closed. Like, if you're a single woman now, if you married, of course, you know, whatever, you shouldn't be doing it. If unless you your marriage permits that, you know, hey, it's your world out here. People can be what they want, but I'm just saying, as far as single women, if you out here dating, it's good to have many options, but not laying down with them options. Just having fun, having good conversations, asking the right questions, asking good questions, understanding who you are and what you want. That's what the key about. Knowing your worth. Like, knowing your worth is basically you on a path. You have business you doing. You already business. Love ain't the only aspect in your life. You got shit you got doing. You got a business running. You a mom. You have goals. You work out. You eat healthy. You going to seminars. You got business meeting. Like, you got shit you got to do anyway. So love shouldn't be the only thing that we should be thinking about all the time. For one, sis, you know, we got other shit we need to be doing. Keeping our bodies right. You know, really having our businesses in line, and you know, so love is a part of life. But when you are 100% whole and complete within yourself, then we attract better. We just attract better. And when we fix that subconscious mind and what we truly think about ourselves, subconscious, when we ride down the road, what we say, and guess what? Anything. Let me tell you, people be like, I see little stuff on Facebook or Instagram about, well, it come from a certain it come from certain groups of people, like Christians, right? They be like using God's name in vain. If you use a lowercase g, they be like, I don't know why people be putting a lowercase g in God. And I'm be looking like, and they talking about that's using God's name in vain. I'm like, wow, okay, but people really and truly don't know who God is. Like, we have an idea of who we think we know God is, but a lot of us truly don't know who God is, and we don't all serve the same God. It is one big universal source where all the energy and creativity just flow, but there are many gods. Like, it's gods of love, God of hate, God of envy, God of prosperity. It's like, what God do we serve? You serving the higher God or the lower God? It's two gods. Like, which one you gonna serve? And a lot of us, we be wishy-washy, you know. Subconsciously, we be serving the wrong God. But on the outside, we go to church, we do all these things, we meditate, we burn sage, but you know, but internally, we serving jealous gods. You be jealous of the other person, or you criticize the other person. You just attacking people, and you mean to people online and doing all this shit. Look, I just be looking online. People be having good content. Don't be bothering nobody. Just real, just chilling. You know, just expressing itself, creativity like I'm doing. Then you see some negative ad comments, and then that's the devil. That's the devil. That's the God of hate. And then, you know, when you see positive vibes and stuff, that's the God of love. So everybody's serving different devils out here. I mean, different gods. Excuse me. A lot of people serving different gods out here. So I just said out to say, with love and relationship as women, sis, I'm just talking to me. You just conversating. I just kind of like just want to let you know, like, deep. Like, it's deep out here. And you got to love yourself. And loving yourself is just truly accepting everything. And forgiving, like, for real. It's accepting, taking responsibility, forgiving yourself, and forgiving them. And a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people want to hold on to that motherfucking hurt. Like, oh, they hurt me so bad. They did me like this, or my mom, or my dad, or even if bad things have happened, like molestation and rape and all kind of stuff. Like, I get it. Like, life is life. But man, if you continue to hold on to hurt and pain and suffering, you're gonna continue to get that same shit over and over again. That's hell. That's the true definition of hell, is the thoughts we think. And if we continue to think those negative as, you know, victimize, victim mode, victimization, you know, thoughts, that's what we're going to get continually. That's what they going to get. Because I'm not going to put my, you know, I have been there, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to exclude myself, but I'm learning how to, control your mind, control your thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Control that stuff, sis. And it's like I said, it all go back to you. All this stuff go back to you. That's why I said, sis, he don't want you. He don't. You don't have to beg. You don't have to beg for dates. You don't have to beg for these men to take you out. You don't have to put on his front. You can just be yourself. And I'm telling you, all you got to do is find your purpose. When I'm not finding your purpose, it's like, or just be on your shit, whatever it be, you know, whatever it be, have your goals, your focus. And if you got children, focus on your children. You keeping your meal, taking your vitamins. If you're not really eating healthy, they be taking your supplement. A lot of us is deficient in irons and iron and supplements, and we got to take care of ourselves, sis. You know, we got a lot of shit to be doing out here, to be worried about dudes that really don't give a fuck about you. Excuse my language. Ooh. Excuse my language. Don't care about you. And he don't want you, sis. You don't got to beg. You don't got to keep begging. And then you been his girlfriend for 2-3 years, and y'all been arguing all this time, and he still ain't took you to see his mama. He ain't, y'all, you just in this little thing. You just in this circle with this guy. You know, y'all just doing it, you know, you just giving all your body away. You know, you just giving it all your youth. You know, time going by, you ain't getting no ring. You ain't getting nothing. And if you do get a ring, you got to get official. Like, get that stuff. Get it, sis. Get the man that you really want. And to me, getting the man that you want is to love yourself. Like, you don't have to settle. Women, we don't have to settle. We really don't. And I just want to talk to you, sis, to let you know that I love you, girl. And just because he don't want you, you don't want him either. You don't want nobody that don't want you. Who do that? Period. A lot of us do, right? A lot of us be over here we be so desperate, man. We be so desperate for love. And we want these other people to fix us, for real. We want other people to make us happy and just do all these things when we need to do this shit ourselves, for real. A lot of us. I know some of us, if you're not into this, what I'm saying, if your life is perfect, you didn't have no trauma in your life, you know, you just had a perfect life, you got your parents and y'all went on vacation, this life was great and you didn't have to deal with that. For us, what I'm talking about for is why a lot of us childhood, you know, the people that had trauma in childhood, that's who I'm talking to. If you didn't have really no trauma in childhood and you just had a perfect life in childhood, that's wonderful. I love that. Like, that is amazing. But I want to reach out to the people. This is for the people that went through something in childhood. Some psychological stuff, some emotional abuse, some mental abuse, physical abuse, and sexual abuse. For real. That's who the sis, and even if you my brother, you watching this too, that's who I'm talking to. So, yes, and to my sister again, sis, I love you. You are great. Keep your head up. Keep going. And love yourself, sis. And by loving yourself is understanding the thoughts we think and what we think subconsciously about ourselves. Like, when you sit down there and remember, I meant to say, anything you put after I am, you become. I am is God. So when you even joke like you are broke, you are sick, I ain't finna say I am all that. So I'm saying you in place of, but I'm saying I am, but I don't want to say all this after my I am. I'm like that serious. Like, I do my best not even play with it. So when people say that they are something negative after I am, they become that. And you be thinking that, oh, you just be playing with people like, oh, you stupid. Even when somebody like, oh, you stupid. Oh, girl, you crazy. And or they be like, they stupid or they're crazy. Even if they so dumb or they made a bad. It's like the way they be talking to themselves. You listen to some people be talking to themselves. They be like, ooh, wee. And they thinking it's just a regular talk. But that shit, your subconscious mind is like a video recorder. Like, it's like a camera. It hear everything, it see everything, it deliver, it give it right back to you. Like, whatever you say, it gonna do it. It's like we don't understand how powerful that stuff is. And a lot of elders and a lot of scholars and philosophers and spiritualists have came. Jesus, all these people have came to tell us about our subconscious mind. But some of us are getting it. We're in the age of Aquarius. We're gonna get it. We're gonna rise up. But yeah, it's all about controlling the mind, for real. This the stuff. This is what we on now. This is the wave we on now, y'all. Is the wave of learning how to self-master ourselves by our thought patterns and how to tell our thoughts what to think. It's all about the subconscious mind and basically being governing that and being in control of that and telling it what to think and how to feel. So I just said all that to say, sis, girl, you got this. Just because he don't want you, you don't want him either, baby. You don't want him either, girl. You got this. We got this. We all gonna make it to what we need to make it, but we just got to know our worth and know where our source truly come from. That's all, boo. And so I just want to say, y'all have a good night, sis. I didn't mean to keep you too long, girl, because I love you, and I just had to tell you that. I really had to tell you that, okay? I just want to send peace and love. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Like